Joins us. Kate's here, Dr. Hilary and Steve.
Latching onto and laughing about, but actually it's not funny. Here's a guy who's clearly off the rails a little bit, and there's two children, you know, that need a father and a bit of stability.
What shocks me is these two women.
I think, yeah, and also I think there's a bit of sexism at work here. When we saw Britney, you know, spiral into chaos, everyone was saying she's a disgrace, the children should be taken away. No one was laughing. No one was laughing at all. But somehow there's a bit of a Jack the Lad thing going on here with Charlie Sheen, which I think is only encouraging.
But to be fair, I mean, she wasn't to ask why nobody he knows, you know, is able to do that. Then, you know, he's out there, and we will look, won't we?
Yeah, and carry on, I'm sure. Serena Williams making news today,
yes.
Not very well, and you spoke to her just before she
extraordinarily, collapsed. I spoke to her actually looking exactly like this. There she is at the Vanity Fair party, where I was, of course, and I chatted to her. She looked astounding, she looked amazing at the Oscars. Hours later, very, very ill, wasn't she, Hilary?
Yeah, and it only takes a moment. She had this injury to her foot, and her foot was in a cut. So she's had treatment for that, and then I understand she had a hematoma, which is a collection of blood, maybe as a result of the anticoagulation that she would have had. But she's on the road to recovery now, I understand, out of hospital, so good luck to her, and maybe we'll see her back at Wimbledon, who knows?
Yeah. You never think of people that fit, do you?
No, exactly.
Yeah, you think of people with sedentary lifestyles, and
Well, you know, you see a lot of young women who are on the pill, and they get deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. My brother, who was a fit guy, rowing in an international regatta, developed breathlessness, came back to England, was investigated. He had multiple pulmonary emboli, so you know all it needs is a funny little vein somewhere causing trouble. And
she's doing all right though. I think she tweeted a tough day yesterday, but that was after she noted that Kiefer Sutherland is on Twitter now and directing a lot of her followers to him. So I think she's doing all right by the way.
You don't follow her anymore, though,
Not
do you?
anymore. No, it's just too many shopping-related tweets. On my
Dan got bored.
That's why I don't follow Garraway anymore. That's a joke. I do. Of course I do. I follow you all.
Thank
Steve's
you.
my favourite.
I'll be updating on my shoes in a few minutes. If you'd like to have a look at that, Kate Garraway. Always exciting.
Thank you.
It's neglected for a reason that's quite
There's
interesting.
tons of rabbits!
No, not
Nobody's
in the...
neglecting rabbits!
Not in the wild.
They're certainly not neglecting each other. Have you seen them?
Well,
Holy
that's the problem. No,
mackerel.
that's the whole point. When they're kept as pets, they're usually kept on their own, and they get really depressed and miserable.
Rabbits get depressed.
They do. Their ears droop. No, I'm being flippant now. No, it's actually serious. It's very, very serious. We're also talking... You can get involved in this too, look. We're also
the rabbit
talking
thing?
about older dads as well, because we had a chap on that
love that
72.
guy.
72 and a
So
dad.
when that kid's 20, he'll be 92.
Yeah.
That kid will have to change his dad's nappy. Come on, Dad, let's get the pins.
No, look, Claire...
You have to wear
here.
roll-ups today, Dad. Come on.
Claire says, my dad was 52 when I was born. I've never noticed his age until I started school, and then friends used to tease me and say he was a grandfather, but he's been a great, great dad.
He looked lovely, that guy.
He did look lovely. I bet he's a great dad, because sometimes when you're younger, you're not, you know, necessarily
You don't know
considerate.
what you do when you're young, but he's had loads of experience.
Yeah.
The streets were cobbled when he was a boy.
Stop it. Now, listen, we have Britain's best-loved comedians. He's joking before you get
I'm
offended.
joking.
He's joking. He's
Old
a comedian.
man, if you're watching this, well done. Lead, pencil, etc., etc.
He's been working with Comic Relief since it began in 1985. But listen, this is extraordinary what you've done. We're going to see it tonight.
Yeah.
It's called... You went to an African slum.
It's called
and lived
Famous,
there.
Rich and in the Slums. And me, Reggie Yates, Samantha Womack and the legendary Angela Rippon were sent to have an immersive experience, to do a reality television documentary about living in a slum for 5 days. It was extraordinary.
I bet it was. Should we have a little look at you
go
doing
ahead.
this?
Second
I wonder
half.
if Laurence Olivier
With a pillow. Oh,
would have
yeah.
considered that to prepare for his
He
roles
rolled
in
with the
Shakespeare.
Stratford Massive, Lawrence. And I'm listening to this hip-hop, and it's very, very loud. Bass, how low can you go? And I see one of the actors going, Lenny, Lenny, and I go like this, and he says, second half started 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, no! And I missed the first 5 minutes of the second half, where I'm on. And you could hear the actress going, here comes my lord now. Here comes my lord soon. Any minute he'll be here, my lord. You know, it was just awful.
Anybody got any jokes?
Anybody got